The Bank of Canada announcing that it is raising the interest rate by 0.75%.
0.25.
0.25% to reach 0.75,
exactly.
Correct? Nick Marcoux, of course, a real estate broker, here to join me to give us some insight on what this hike means to you. So, Nick, do we need to panic? That's my first question.
Definitely not. Definitely not. I've been reading a lot of articles lately, kind of preparing for the show, and it sounds like Armageddon is happening, but it really isn't. There's no need to panic. It's really premature. We tend to see rates go up at this time of year, like normally with banks. So I really would just tell people to relax, calm down. It's not a big difference, and there's no need to panic for the moment.
Okay, but there has to still be some fallout, some consequence to this hike.
Listen, they raised the key rate, which is a major force that drives how much interest we're going to be paying on mortgages, credit lines, equity lines, so on. So we are going to expect interest rates to go up a little bit, but the amount that it's gone up just is not that high. So.
Okay, so what does this mean now for people watching that have a fixed rate versus a variable rate?
Well, the people who've locked into a fixed rate, let's say recently in the last 6 months or a year, they don't really have anything to worry about because they still have a long time locked into their low interest rate. So I wouldn't worry at all for them for the moment. The people who are approaching the end of their mortgage, so up for renewal, like within 6 months or a year, and they're really worried about interest being high, time come for renewal, they can always talk to their mortgage specialist. They have a lot of good solutions for them. They can do some number crunching. Maybe it's worth breaking the mortgage or going into something new. But again, I think it's a little premature for that. I wouldn't worry about it too much for the moment.
I have a variable rate, so should I be going to the bank to lock it in?
If it keeps you up at night, then maybe you should. But listen, your payment won't change. What's going to change is the amount of interest you're paying versus capital. So for the moment, the difference will be so small. Like you won't really have to worry. But a lot of people get a little bit nervous when they hear interest rates going up. So you can always lock it in if you want.
Because isn't there another announcement expected in September? So could we expect another increase?
They're talking about, well, there is an announcement, September 6th.
Okay.
And there's another one, I believe, in October, if I'm not mistaken. But they're talking about maybe, increasing again. But again, it's all, I think, just a little bit too early to say.
And the bottom line is that if they're doing this, it's actually a good sign, right? That things are going well, that the economy is going in the right direction.
Well, what they're trying to do is slow down a little bit the markets out in Toronto and Vancouver, which I think they have been slowing down a little bit. Obviously, we usually get a rebound effect here every time they try to calm things down over there. But they're just trying really to limit the amount of debt that people are taking on and try and control it a little bit better.
Okay, so having said all that, Nick, of course, you're in the business of selling houses. So what does this mean for the market right now? Is it still going well? Are you still going to sell homes because of this?
I think the market in Montreal has been going great this year, and I think it's going to continue to do so. I don't think it's going to have any effect for now. So again, very premature to be worrying or anything like that. I mean, it's going to still continue to be fantastic. So more of a reason to just go out and buy now.
Yeah, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, you shouldn't be worried by this news.
No.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you.